You're listening to Radio Africa-Aye, and we're very fortunate today to have Phil Muriel in the studio. He's a friend of ours for many years.
Hello.
So now he is in the studio for us to have a beautiful chat to talk about his music, his career, the time that he's already spent in the music, giving people the fruit of love. Hi, Phil.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm very good. How are you?
Sound good for me. This morning when we came and joined to the studio, you told me to rush quickly to go and get my cup of tea.
Yes.
Because you were already on top of everything already.
Oh,
so
yes.
you were ready for it.
I was already loaded with caffeine.
I could see. Now, here there is a beautiful bunch of your tracks here in front of me.
Thank you.
The first one we starting with is Too Small.
Yeah.
Yes. Tell us first, how did you start your music?
Oh, I've been playing music ever since I was a child.
Right.
I've taught myself various instruments. I've never had formal teaching, so I don't know how to write music, how to read music. Yeah, self-taught. Yeah,
that's very good.
And just I don't know. I think it's something that's in you, isn't it?
Naturally, yes. Normally, when it comes naturally,
yeah,
it's always beautiful.
Yeah.
God is new.
Yeah,
you know. And then talk about the movement of your music. What I mean by that, what inspired you really for you to make music?
I think living and breathing, really.
Right.
I have music in my head from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep. No matter what I'm doing, if I'm doing something that has nothing to do with music,
right,
there's still music playing in my head.
Right.
So it's a constant thing.
Voila. So it means you are an angel of sound.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Yeah, I can say that. Because if it vibrates in you, so you are made with it.
Mm-hmm.
So you see, like when we're doing a kind of like cooking, we can say cake,
mm-hmm.
you put everything inside, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the Almighty, the power of everything that makes humans for us to be who we are, He made you already as a sound.
I think so.
So you are the sound in the space of the stars.
Well, that's wonderful.
Right? Because I've got a beautiful thinking of it. So I would like us to talk about Too Small.
Okay. Right.
How come?
Well, Too Small is inspired by a saying of the Dalai Lama that I read somewhere, which says, if you think you are too small to make a difference,
right,
try sleeping with a mosquito.
Right.
I thought it was humorous, but at the same time very, very true. And sometimes we know we should do something. There's a problem or a situation,
right,
a big problem or situation, and we think, well, whatever I do, it won't make any difference. It's only a little thing.
Exactly. Yes.
And we talk ourselves out of it.
Right.
We talk ourselves out of doing good when really we should just do it, because a lot of little things make a big thing.
Right.
So that inspired me to write this song about that saying and how it affects us.
You know what? People are waiting to hear from me.
Okay. If you think you're too small to make a difference, try sleeping with a mosquito. Mosquito in your bed, you get a sleepless night. Mosquito in your bed, you know something ain't right. Buzzing around your head, something you just can't fight. How can something so small give you a sleepless night? Don't say you're too small to make a difference. Don't say you're too small to change the world. Don't say you're too small and leave it all to chance. Don't say you're too small to change the world, yeah. If you think you're too small to make a difference, try sleeping with a mosquito. make a difference. Don't say you're too small to change the world. Don't say you're too small and leave it all to chance. Don't say you're too small to change the world, yeah. If you think you're too small to make a difference, try sleeping with a mosquito. The world needs healers, restorers. Is that what you are? Peacemakers, believers in the good of all. We need builders and lovers to make a better place. We need saviors, creators. Is that what you are? Don't say you're too small to make a difference. Don't say you're too small to change the world. Don't say you're too small and leave it all to chance. Don't say you're too small to change the world. Don't say you're too small to make a difference. Don't say you're too small to change the world. Don't say you're too small and leave it all to chance. Don't say you're too small to change the world, yeah, yeah.
Voila! Now, as we've just been saying, you're not too small to make a difference.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
I can see it. You have been making a massive difference. A massive difference. Because you had it already in your mind that no one should feel small.
Yeah.
Because everybody's got something to give.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, tell me about Amsterdam.
Well, Amsterdam, my wife and I got married in 2011. We went to Amsterdam for our honeymoon. And on the last day of our stay there, we went to visit the Van Gogh Museum, which was great. We were walking along the road, and all of a sudden, a car came tearing around the corner. Police appeared out of nowhere and started to open fire on this car.
Wow.
Now, one of the policemen was as near to us as you are to me right now in the studio.
Right.
We, like many other people, threw ourselves on the ground.
Yes.
We didn't know what was going on. Anyway, the car crashed to a halt, and police made an arrest. And then the other guy who had been in the car ran away.
Right.
It was very dramatic.
Yes.
We were quite traumatized, I have to say. And then some very kind ladies took us in. Of course, we didn't speak the language, so that was a bit of a difficulty. We didn't know what had happened. We tried to find out when we got back to the hotel, and we couldn't.
Right.
And the end product of that is that the next day, when we were on the coach going back to the ferry, I started to write this song.
Right.
And it's Amsterdam that's really relating what happened on that day.
You know what? Like I said, our audience are waiting to hear from it.
Okay.
I don't have much really to put on top, but Amsterdam, the story, sound very good. Very good in a sense that, everything that goes around us, as musicians, as writers, as politicians, we have to know how to come and explain it to the others that didn't maybe witness it in the right way. So Amsterdam will be the right time for them to listen to it.
Amsterdam, and we saw Vincent. Went Amsterdam. I went to Amsterdam and we bought a hat. But it was raining in Jarrow, raining in Jarrow. It was raining in Jarrow, raining in Jarrow. I went to Amsterdam, I went to Amsterdam, and we heard gunfire. Went to Amsterdam, went to Amsterdam, and we dug down low. Still it was raining in Jarrow, raining in Jarrow. It was raining in Jarrow, raining in Jarrow. It was on TV, in the Telegraph. We don't understand. Tell the concierge, tell the bartender, they'll understand. Went to Amsterdam, went to Amsterdam, then we toasted life. Went to Amsterdam, went to Amsterdam, as man and wife. Still it was raining in Jarrow, raining in Jarrow. It was raining in Jarrow, raining in Jarrow. Still it was raining in Jarrow, raining in Jarrow. It was raining in Jarrow, raining in Jarrow.
Voila, that was Amsterdam from Phil
Yeah.
Muriel. It's nice really to have a wonderful good writer of songs really inspire everybody really to witness life in a sense of like watching it even when you're not there. So musicians like Phil, they have to wake up with inspirations given by the above power, like I can say it. Then they'll come up with something that no one was expecting.
Including me.
Even yourself sometimes, isn't it?
Yes, of course.
So now, if it's like that, then tell me the secret of writing songs.
I wish I knew, because I don't write many songs, I have to say,
Right.
and it just comes to you, really.
Right.
It's not sort of something that I don't sit down and with a blank piece of paper saying, right, I'm going to write a song. That would never work.
Okay.
It's just something that just trots away in your mind, and then it just develops.
Right.
It's not really a secret. It's either it's there or it isn't, and it might take months before something else comes, I'm afraid.
Okay. So now, if it's like that, now, if we really want to pass it to others, let's say we may have some good young musicians there or who want to enter into music industry, they may not have that sense of understanding, isn't it? That it comes with that manner. Now, if we want to put it in a way that we want to teach them at least the directives of how to write songs, what can they look for first?
Well, I think you have to, before you can make music, you have to listen to music.
Right.
Yeah, I think before being musicians, I think we're music fans, aren't we?
Right.
The more music you listen to, the more you soak yourself in all kinds of music, not one.
Right.
I would say don't specialize in just one.
Okay.
Listen to as many kinds of music as you possibly can.
So that it can influence you.
So that you can be influenced.
So it's like a traveling really through the cultures.
Yeah,
To
absolutely.
not just to sit on one garden.
Exactly.
You have to go and explore mountains and rivers and all this.
Everywhere.
So that you can smell really the smell of the universe.
Yeah.
And then from there it can start reverbing, kind of like feedback to you in a sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Sounds very interesting. Now, quickly, tell me about the next one, Le Pays.
Le Pays is a French song that was written by Gilles Servat and Donald Lunny.
Right.
And I heard it and I liked it a lot.
Right.
And it talks about people who move from one country to another for whatever reason,
Right.
and the loneliness that they feel when they discover that they are a stranger in a strange country. And I wrote a translation. I translated one verse and one chorus
Right.
into English to echo that feeling for people who find themselves now in the UK in that very same situation. Since then, I've recorded a full English. No, sorry, I've written a full English version, and I intend to record it.
Right.
But this is half and half.
Right. So here in the song, actually, you are talking about immigrations.
Yeah, that's right.
The movement of people.
Exactly.
Which is caused by anything.
Well, in the original song, it's about people who move from one country to the other to find work.
Right.
The verse that I translated is more people who are forced to leave their country by circumstances such as war or persecution or whatever.
Yes, because nowadays, especially now, we've got a lot of to see on the telly.
Yeah.
It's really sometimes very hot.
Yes.
To take.
Yes.
Because of all what we are doing.
Yeah.
We really forcing movements of people. Sometimes, yes, it happens naturally. But nowadays, it's just too much with the shock.
Yes.
But I think music, as to write music, we really got a very big job to do.
Yes.
Because when we write music, we really calm people down, isn't it? Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. And it also helps us to make sense of what's going on. Sometimes a song can just hit the right spot and help you to, as you said, to find peace in a way.
Right.
To be at peace with the situation. There are many situations we cannot change.
Exactly.
And that we have to accept.
Yeah.
And sometimes a song can crystallize that.
Truly. So, agree with me, maybe not, that whatever we think cause human movements is not our responsibility.
No.
Or it is our responsibility.
Well, I think our responsibility is to try and make those welcome who come to us for refuge or for sanctuary.
Voila.
That is our responsibility. Why or how they happened to move, those circumstances are nothing to do with us.
Right. You know, Phil, I've got an African background because I was born in Africa.
Yeah.
Before moving to the Western world. We're talking about Britain now. As a British citizen, my origins are from the DRC, Congo. Now, in Congo, we've got a culture that when you've got a visitor, let's say, in Africa, villages are built just like here. You can go through the landscape. You are from another town to another town, but for you to pass, you have to pass the landscape, which is the empty space,
Mm-hmm.
forest or savannas and all this, sometimes desert. And then you find another village maybe after 20, 30 miles.
Mm-hmm.
To us in Africa, we have been taught through the centuries that when someone's passing by, when they reach the next village, if you are part of that village where the person is passing by, traveling to maybe to the next village, he must sleep free, he must eat free,
Mm-hmm.
and be entertained
Yeah.
before they can have the next move.
Yes.
Isn't something that we can relate also to
Absolutely.
the nowadays movement of people that,
Yeah.
like you were mentioning, that with different circumstances that moving people around the world,
Yes.
but we should be kind of like welcoming
Yes.
the others who's really passing through our villages, maybe for them to go to their next
Yes.
level of life. We never know.
Mm-hmm.
Someone can pass through Britain, maybe they will not settle here totally per se.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe from here they will find another opportunity for them maybe to move to a next level,
Yeah.
or to remain even here.
Mm-hmm.
But that sign of welcoming is very, very important.
Absolutely.
As human, we have to give each other hands, isn't it? Because we don't have the other side of the story. We don't have control of human movement, isn't it?
Absolutely, and who knows? One day it might be us. You always have to think of that.
True.
And here in Britain, there is a movement called City of Sanctuary,
Right.
and they have a local branch here in this area called Tees Valley of Sanctuary,
Okay.
whose philosophy is to make people welcome who come from other countries, particularly people who come here to find sanctuary, to find protection. So that spirit exists
Okay.
among us,
Truly, yes.
and that's lovely to see.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's the reason. Let us listen to Lepe.
Okay.
The fear of death and prison, the dark wings of despair, have brought you from your homeland to a place you hope is fair. The landscape of the city and the crowded avenue, the questions and suspicion you wait to start anew. It is deep, deep within your heart, this land you call home, and you say one day I will be back for sure if I can. Est-ce par espérance? Ou est-ce par désespoir? Tu as quitté ta terre pour habiter ici. Maintenant tu découvres dans les soirs de solitude et dans le regard des autres que tu es différent. Il est là, là, il est en toi, le pays. Et tu dis, c'est sûr, je reviendrai là-bas si je peux. Oui. Dans un bar tu retrouves d'autres enfants de là-bas. dans vos rêves, un pays plus beau qu'il n'est. It is deep, deep within your heart, this land you call home, and you say one day I will be back for sure if I can. Il est là, là, il est en toi, le pays. Et tu dis, c'est sûr, je reviendrai là-bas si je peux. Oui.
Wow, that was just. I've been knocking my head with the song itself.
It moves along, doesn't
Moves
it?
a lot. Yes, this is beautiful, Phil.
Thank you.
You've been doing a very marvelous job.
Well, I have to give a little mention to the bass player on this track,
Right.
a guy called Paul McClanahan,
Okay.
who is an amazing bass player. I wanted him on that because I wanted a good funky feel.
Sure,
And
yes.
the way you're nodding your head shows
Exactly.
that he did the job.
The best line. The hook line. Just reminding our audience that they're listening to Radio Afric-Aye. We actually are here to promote, to educate, to entertain.
Hmm.
In fact, to celebrate cultures. It's about that.
Yes.
The diversity, the beautiful. When people get together, they create a lot of views of beauty. Yes, it comes with a lot of hard work, isn't it?
Of course. Of course.
Right.
Nothing comes without hard work.
But remember this, like you're smiling there, I'm smiling too. The beauty of life is that little beautiful smile, isn't it?
Yeah.
So now, no matter how much we are going through, I think we should keep smiling, isn't it?
That's the idea.
So tell me about the smile that you always have. Let's say you had a smile. How can you inspire it?
Well,
Means that how you can explain that inspiration. Because a smile.
yeah.
That's what I'm talking
How? Yeah. Okay. So you're doing a really good link into the next song, aren't you? Right. Well.
Right.
Okay. So do you want me to talk about the song?
Exactly.
Okay. Right. It's inspired by the work that I do during the day because I'm a musician at night, and during the day I'm an interpreter,
Right.
and I work in the field of mental health quite often. With people who are quite traumatized, sadly.
Right.
But I have noticed that these people that I've worked with still maintain their dignity and still manage to smile in
Truly,
spite of
yes.
what's going on in their life.
Right.
So the song really is dedicated to all people who manage to smile through the pain,
Okay.
whose smile actually hides an awful lot of things. And I think that's true of a lot of people.
Truly, yes.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Now that was this was the first track that I recorded. My ambition was to record myself playing all the instruments.
Right.
So with the exception of the last one where I mentioned the bass player,
Okay.
all the other ones I play all the instruments.
So you are kind of like a maestro.
Well, I don't know about that, but what I do know is that when you mentioned hard work,
Yes.
that does represent hard work because you've got to do
Exactly.
one thing at a time
Uh-huh.
and then build it up until you
Yes.
get the final product.
Fantastic.
And so this one is a very, very simple song,
Right.
but I think hopefully it says a lot.
Right. So are you ready?
Yes. You think I'm fine because I smile.
You don't know me. You think I don't hurt because I smile. You're wrong. I smile to hide the pain. I smile to hide the fear. I smile to hide the rage. I smile to hide myself. You think I'm strong because I smile. It's all in your mind. You think I don't care because I smile. Your heart is blind. I smile to hide the pain. I smile to hide the fear. I smile to hide the rage. I smile to hide myself. I smile to hide the pain. I smile to hide the fear. I smile to hide the rage. I smile to hide myself. I smile till I can smile no more. Then I wait for the knock on the door.
Right. Because I smile.
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm smiling, isn't it?
Yeah, you are.
Because the reason I'm smiling is because the song, the track itself, is beautiful.
Thank you.
I feel good inside.
Mm-hmm.
Then the reason I smile. So, but what we have to bear in mind, like we said, even when things are tough, keep strong.
Yeah.
Keep smiling.
Yes.
That's the reason pain should not be something that can really push us down.
Sometimes it's very difficult, but I think I admire people who can basically carry on and not make you feel burdened by their burden.
Right.
And they can smile in spite of what's going on in their life. And I think there's a lot to be gained by following that example.
So it means that, like I was saying, that pain should not push us down. In fact, we should go through it.
Yes.
Yes?
If we can.
Yes, if we have to master
Yes.
life.
Yes.
When you are there, you have to master life.
Yes.
For you to survive, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, if we are talking about no pain, no gain.
No pain, no gain.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's a slogan that I've heard in connection with people who want to lose weight,
Right?
or who want to build their muscles or whatever. No pain, no gain.
Okay.
About 3 years ago, my wife and I went to work in the south of France, which
Right.
was a very lovely place to be.
Yes.
However, it was incredibly hot, and we were doing very physical work.
All right.
And as I was really struggling with the heat and everything, I kept thinking, no pain, no gain. And that inspired me to write this song.
Right.
So that's the sort of the primary message. The secondary message, you might say, is that there are no quick fixes.
Right.
If you want something, if you want to achieve something, you've got to put in the work.
Right.
There is sometimes a mentality reality, the sort of the TV reality show that all you need is go on a certain show, talent show perhaps, and then you will find fame and fortune without actually doing all the hard work.
Which is not true.
Which is not true.
Yes.
So that was the sort of the other idea behind the song.
Right.
So put the two together and you've got no pain, no gain.
Right. So it means we have to make sure that we give the job.
Yeah.
We give, what I mean by giving the job, the work
Yeah.
have to be performed.
Yes.
You have really to say to yourself that I have to give something, sacrifice myself so that I can gain something.
That's the idea.
So it is really commitment.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be committed
Yeah.
so that you can come up with something.
Yeah,
No
absolutely.
matter what pains you're going to gain from there,
Mhm.
but if you are committed,
Mhm.
it means you get through.
Yes.
And then you gain yourself something.
So what
What do you have gained through your music then?
What I gained from my music? Well, I nothing financial,
Right? Yes.
because as I mentioned,
many people they will think no pain, no gain.
yeah.
Again, so straight away pushed to the side of financial sport.
Well, I haven't found fame and fortune. That's why I still have a day job.
Right. Which,
But
the journey is still there, isn't it?
absolutely.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
I mean, as we mentioned earlier on in the conversation, if you have music in you,
Right.
then the reward is in playing music.
Exactly.
It's a reward in itself.
Exactly.
So that's for me. That's the gain.
Right.
I love playing music, be it on my own or be it with other musicians. I get a great deal of pleasure out of that.
Right.
If I didn't do it, I don't think I would be complete.
But let me ask you a question, Phil. There is a time that you felt that, I can give up now. Oh, it's taking too long.
What do you mean? Give up in
The music.
making music?
Yeah.
Well, it's not always easy.
Right.
So obviously there will be times when you get frustrated because
Exactly.
you're not getting the sound you want or whatever it may be.
Right.
But you've got to stick to it
Right.
because the end result is always worthwhile.
Exactly. So we're going back to the point of being committed.
Yeah.
Strong spirit.
Yeah.
You have to keep it for yourself
Yeah.
so that tomorrow you can gain something.
Yeah. Okay.
So don't give up.
Absolutely.
No pain,
No
no
gain.
gain.
No pain, no gain, that's what they all say. No pain, no gain, it's the only way. If you want it bad enough, you gotta get tough. You say you wanna get fit, you want to look your best. You say you wanna get fit, you want to look your best. You'll have to pump iron, you'll have to run, you'll have to sweat. No pain, no gain, that's what they all say. No pain, no gain, it's the only way. If you want it bad enough, gotta get tough. You wanna climb the ladder, right up to the top. You want to climb the ladder right up to the top. You gotta sweep the floor before you can be the boss. No pain, no gain, that's what they all say. No pain, no gain, it's the only way. If you want it bad enough, you gotta get tough. You say you wanna be famous, you want to be a star. You say you wanna be famous, you want to be a star. You'll have to pay your dues, you'll have to learn to play your guitar. No pain, no gain, that's what they all say. No pain, no gain, it's the only way. If you want it bad enough, you gotta get tough. You gotta get tough.
Voila! You're listening to Radio Afric-Aye, and as we were saying that we're having our marvelous writer, just the greatest, one of the greatest. I will not hide it. Phil Muriel is one of the greatest.
You're being very kind.
Truly, I have to remember what we said. We have to keep it smiling,
Yes.
as we can give each other good words all the time, encouraging each other.
Of course.
That's the beauty of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the end of the day, we all belong to one planet.
Yes, indeed.
And then if we don't make it right, it will be a wrong things to do.
Mm-hmm.
And tomorrow we'll turn to the negativity of part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Hard for everybody, isn't it?
Yes.
So if we're talking about one heart, one love, one direction, which part of the world did you want to be to start with?
Oh, wow.
If I ask you that question.
Yeah. that is a tough question.
As a music writer.
Well, yeah, I think I think we should be one world. That is one thing that I've noticed in the music business, that people are very accepting of each other. There's no discrimination.
That's true.
From the people that I've met, at least, you know, and that's something that is very close to my heart. So,
Exactly.
as you know, I love your music. I love African music.
Sure, yes.
I love all sorts of musics, and I think that is what makes us all one world.
Right.
And that's a very good vision to have.
So you mean in a sense of saying the world of music, musicians understand themselves very well.
They do.
And they respond to each other very, very well, isn't
Absolutely.
it? So that's the way actually we want also the world maybe to be.
Yeah.
That's the inspiration that we are passing to the world.
Yes.
So it's a wonderful land, isn't it?
Yeah.
Musicians' land.
Yes.
Musicians' world.
Yes.
So now, if we're talking about our land,
Okay. Right.
what are you going to tell us
That's
about
going to
our
be
land?
the next song.
Because we're going to the end anyway.
Yeah.
And then it's the last one.
So Our Land, I wrote that song many, many years ago.
Right.
Because I have long been concerned about the dangers to the environment, what man has been doing to the planet,
Right.
and that was concerning me a great deal, and I wrote the song at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of put the song on the shelf
Right.
for quite a lot of years.
Yes.
And then I came back to it, and I changed the words a little bit, as I tweaked it, as they say,
Right.
and decided to record it. Now, I'll give a little mention to my friend Ian Boardman,
Right.
who is my recording and mixing engineer,
Sound good.
who did a fantastic job on this track,
Oh, that's
and
good.
who also plays electric guitar. So, whereas I played the other instruments and sang the voices, he plays, I think, wonderful electric guitar on this. So, the idea of this song is that we need to be aware of the damage man has done to the planet,
Right.
and to whatever extent we can, we've got to try and mend it.
It's always musicians that have to talk about these things, isn't it?
Well, yeah, because you know we as musicians, we don't have the solutions, but
Right.
we can highlight the problems.
Right. So like handing it over to the politicians
Yes.
that makes decisions and all this, but we have to be their kind of like the noise in their ears.
Yes.
You know, babbling in their ears to tell them that this is right, this is not right.
Yeah.
The reason is that as we want to have a beautiful land,
Yeah.
a beautiful environment,
Yeah.
a beautiful world, a beautiful place to live.
Yes.
Our land.
Yes.
From Phil Muriel. This is our last one.
Thank
And
you.
you have been listening to Radio Afric-Aye. Now let us go to our land. And we are closing there with Phil Muriel.
With every last tree in the rainforest, with flowers and plants forever lost, with one more species breathing out its last breath. This is our land, where the children grow paler every day. This is our land, where the air is slowly dying away. With every last shred of blue sky, with every drifting cloud that still is white, with all the carbon smoke flying high, with every poisoned lake running dry. This is our land, where the children grow paler every day. This is our land, where the air is slowly dying away. With clouds of colored foam in the river, with every slick of oil trapping life in the sea, with dying fish and dying birds, with every sun ray getting harder to feel. This is our land, where the children grow paler every day. This is our land, where the air is slowly dying away. This is our land, where the children grow paler every day. This is our land, where the air is slowly dying away. This is our land.
You have been listening to Radio
Where the
Africa-Aye.
grow
That was with us, together with Phil Muriel. Thank you.